intake. So how will you get your proteins? You'll get your proteins through dairy. Eggs you'll have to eat outside. We already established that. You can rely on sprouts, which is a good source. You can maybe have this much cheese every day because although cheese comes in dairy, you should not have too much of it. You can have your dals, mixed dals, and lentils. They're all excellent sources, and paneer and tofu.
What
Those-
about proteins, protein shakes or
If you cannot get, so for most people in this room, the amount of protein you will need if you are running, if you're running beyond 10 kilometers, the amount of protein you will need is 1 gram per kilogram. So if you cannot get it through your daily diet, which most of us, if you eat a decent meal at home twice, you should be able to get it. If you don't get it, then you can add 1 protein shake a day. There's no reason why you should be having 2 or 3 protein shakes or 4 or 8 eggs. If you can get it, then why would you turn non-veg? Obviously, people who are non-veg, their life is a little bit easier because even if I have chicken or mutton the size of my palm, you'll probably get 50-60 grams right there. But there's no reason to turn into a meat eater.
thanks?
Yeah.
On a day of a half marathon in the morning, for example, we have a race at. We start the typical any run half marathon at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So can you describe 12 hours before? What do you start on the day before? When do you sleep, and what do you actually eat in the morning before you?
So I'll start with training. Typically, I eat my dinner around 7:38. And like I said, I've already given you, it's a very simple meal. If I go out, I eat chicken or fish. I don't eat red meat. This doesn't suit me. I try and avoid too spicy things the night before, especially a long run. But I eat everything. I've had pasta, I've had dal, roti, rice. Typically at home, I'm very, very simple. I eat 2 bhakris and then 1 big portion of sabzi, 1 big portion of salad. Night before I go to bed, I have milk around 10 o'clock. When I wake up at 5, I will typically either have cereal or oats or muesli, and then half a cup of black coffee. You can have toast with Nutella or peanut butter or jam. So the idea is it should be simple, both night before and the morning especially. It should be very, very simple so that you don't have any issues when you start running. It can be around 100 to 150 calories, so 2 pieces of toast. A lot of people will just have a banana or an apple. So something light and simple, something you don't have to invest too much time into.
What about fluids?
Fluids is very, very important. You should be well hydrated the night before, absolutely. Any run above 90 minutes here. I mean, Pune and Mumbai are on the humid side right now. So any run above 90 minutes, you should, instead of just having water, have Enerzal or Electrol, one of them. You should have some salt. Yeah, sodium, And you can have a banana or half a banana. I typically have half a banana half an hour into the run. So after 1 hour, I'll start eating half a banana and I just don't carry plain water anymore. I just carry Enerzal with salt or fasten up with salt.
Many times after a half marathon, I feel a little dizzy for a few minutes. It goes off afterwards. And it's happened initially, now it doesn't happen that much, but still, it's there. So how does one overcome that?
How long does it take?
Maybe a few minutes.
Mm,
After I
to-
finish the race.
For the run.
For the run, last one was 2:45 for a half marathon.
So anything about 2 hours, you need to start adding food during your run. Do you eat anything?
No.
No. So simple options are a banana, like I already said, I can have half a banana, or you can have a portion of dry fruits. So which in a Ziploc bag, carry 3-4 dates, walnuts, almonds. Don't carry cashews. You can carry badam and manuka. And every so often, every 20 minutes or something, just eat. It could just be that your sugar drops a little bit. But during the run, you don't feel any cramping or nothing. Okay, so it just could be a momentary loss of sugar, and it spikes back up. Yeah. Where do you get the cramps? So quads? Yeah. But quads and hamstrings or? Yeah. So cramps happen again for two reasons. One is you're not properly recovered. So there's a lot of muscle fatigue. So lactic acid has not been cleared. Or number two is that there's an imbalance. So you're either dehydrated or you're overhydrated. So you need to find the right mix, and that's why carrying Enerzal, Electrol with some salt and a banana, you may feel that. Overhydration means you only carry water. You don't carry an electrolyte or some sort of supplement. How long does it take you to run? Yeah. So like I said, anything about 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you can throw away the bottle because you're anyways getting water with your electrolyte as well. It's better and safer actually if you carry that with just a pinch of table salt. How often are you running? How much are you running? Are you well rested and recovered? Those are also causes that can, give you the cramps that you mentioned. So I work with Fasten Up, which is an electrolyte drink. So obviously I have to recommend that. But Enerzal, Electrol are good options. I've used Electrol before as well. Not really. I mean, if you do have tea or coffee in the morning, then you really don't need, unless you plan to run 5-6 hours, don't really need caffeine that much. During a run, I have never tried it because, okay, then.
Sir.
1 minute. See, lemon itself is meant to be acidic. So, but if it is working, then stick to it. I always tell to people, if something is working for you, don't change it. Does not make any sense. So if lemon juice is working for you, stick with it. How many Cadbury's and chocolate? 2 big pieces. Wait. This is a very, very important point that I missed. You can have 1 small piece of dark chocolate a day. That is all. Okay, a day. Regardless of your running or not running. It is a myth that chocolate will help you recover fast and XYZ. A small piece, that's all they recommend. Look, it's giving you sugar, but it's processed sugar. You can get that with a date or something else. The idea is to stay ahead of that time. If you eat every 20 minutes or 30 minutes into your run, you will never feel the need of eating the whole Cadbury. If you get to that point, that means your glycogen supplies are dropping. So the idea is to stay ahead of that game.
I think we'll have one last question.
Yes.
Okay.
सर लॉंग डिस्टन्सची जी रनिंग असते
हां.
स्पेशली हाफ मॅरेथॉन जे आहे त्याच्या पुढच्या तर एखादा ॲथलीट आहे आणि त्याला लेग्स इंजुरी आपला नेहमीचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे याचा रनरचा लेग्स इंजुरी सपोज त्याचं समजा त्याला जर लेग्स कुणाचं ऑपरेशन होतं कधी जास्त गंभीर जर असली तरी किंवा फ्रॅक्चर्स आहे तर त्याच्या स्पीडमध्ये काही फरक होतो का पुढे जेव्हा तो लॉंग डिस्टन्सच्या रनिंगमध्ये जेव्हा तो पार्टिसिपेशन करतो तेव्हा
थिंक हा एकदम इंडिव्हिज्युअल प्रश्न आहे. कुठे इंजुरी झाली आहे, काय लेवलची इंजुरी झाली आहे. सो ऑर्थोपेडिक डॉक्टर शुड रिअली आन्सर दॅट. कारण की अनलेस अँड अंटिल यू नो द ॲथलीट, त्या ॲथलीटची पूर्ण हिस्ट्री जाणल्याशिवाय त्याचं उत्तर देता येणार नाही.
आमच्या रनिंग ग्रुपमध्ये ऑर्थोपेडिक डॉक्टर खूप आहे.
Yes.
तुम्ही मेंबर होऊन जा.
There's a that guy had raised. We'll take one last one. Yeah. Contact the orthopedic surgeons. They will give you the right advice.
We have people who are 58 and 59
Exactly.
who are running with us, who have completed more than 6 to 8 marathons.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah. Huh? Sorry.
How much do you believe in food supplements like regular calcium intake or regular vitamin D3 intake?
So, like I said, I have a very, very simple formula in life. If you can get everything through your diet, you don't even have to consider the word supplement. A supplement comes in when you are not getting enough of something. Right? So, a lot of women, calcium, iron, vitamin D3 and B12. 4 things. Calcium you can have with milk. Vitamin D3 again milk and sun. Iron, so dates, rajgira, nachni, spinach, any kind of leafy vegetables. If you are eating non-veg, then it solves your anemia, which is the iron deficiency, and B12. So if you can get all of it through your natural diet, you don't have to look at a supplement. After 45, you should be taking 1 multivitamin a day, and that's for everyone. But I'm not 45.
Okay. So we can always ask him questions because he's going to be with us after the session also. So let's all give a big round of applause
Thank you.
to Kaustubh. He has Kaustubh, you have cleared a lot of myths. So tomorrow after the LOSM, when we go home, my wife is going to say, "ती आमटी पोळी ठेवली आहे, कुछ करून खाऊन घ्या."
Perfect. Very good.
So all the fancy foods that we were, indulging in
Yeah.
is all
Those are gone.
washed out.
So next time I'll come with a fancy food option only. Next
Thank
talk will be specific for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Opportunity to felicitate Kaustubh Radkar and Samir Chitre. So we have started a award called as the ABB Star, the Aurangabad Black Bucks Star Award. And it is our great pleasure to give the first award to Kaustubh Radkar. I invite Mayuresh Dabri and Bhupesh Mishra to please hand over the ABB Star Award. It is also our great honor and pleasure to award Samir Chitre. I invite him, please. Thank you both of you for gracing this occasion. And now the next highlight of today's evening is the launch of the Aurangabad Marathon and its logo, the official launch. I invite ABP member Shekhar Sangvikar to take over.
Thank you, Mangesh. Running is catching on. Since the Boston Marathon in 1897, over 15,000 new marathons are run across the world, in cities, on beaches, across mountains, through deserts, and even through snowfields. In India, Mumbai started it. Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad followed. Leh, Cherrapunji, Goa, even Satara. So can Aurangabad stay out of this? So here it comes. The race that you've been waiting for. It lets you travel back in history through rolling hills, green pastures. It's scenic. It's challenging. It's tough. It will make your lungs scream. It will make your muscles howl. It will make you sweat like never before. And yet, it will give you a finish like never before. Presenting
So let's hear it again for the MIT Aurangabad Heritage Marathon. I now invite our senior runners, Mukund Bhogle sir and Pratap Dhopte, to please share the history of Aurangabad Black Bucks and tell us more about this marathon.
Everyone, thank you for being here. Aurangabad Black Bucks was started in 2013 by Dr. Vivek Gharpure. Some of the early members were Dr. Mangesh Panat, Dr. Kage Nalkar. There are many others who are present here. I am not one of the oldest members. Our goal in Aurangabad Black Bucks has always been to encourage people to run. The group comprises mostly of people who are doctors, professionals, industries. They come from all walks of life, right from the youngest members, I think, who are 24, 25, or if we consider the kids who run with us now, who are sometimes as young as 5th grade and 4th grade. I think Vishal's son has run a 10K and he's barely in the 2nd or 3rd grade. To Dr. Vivek Gharpure and some people who are even senior than him and who are running half marathons, full marathons, and many more. Just to give you one number, amongst ABB members, we have run 190 half marathons. Just some of the senior members have managed to run about 120 odd half marathons, 7 full marathons, and many of us are now aspiring to do more full marathons. Our goal for organizing the Aurangabad Heritage Half Marathon is to make a good race for all the people of Aurangabad to participate in. This is going to be a race by runners for runners. This is going to be a race that is going to be comparable to the national and international running events in terms of the best timing technology chips, support, whatever else is required to make a good running experience for runners. So we want to welcome all of you for this event, and we hope for your participation and your support for the upcoming event in November. Thank you.
Well, as Mangesh said right in the beginning that this is a dream come true. We went to all these races in different places and we realized that not everybody can spend that kind of money to travel, spend 2 days, stay, register. So why not have a race in Aurangabad was something that we said, and not, and yet give the same experience that a runner gets in Hyderabad, Mumbai, or wherever, the best races that are organized. And this is our ambition and dream, that MAHHM should become at par with the best marathon run anywhere else in the Indian. Friends, any marathon or a race is as good as its sponsors, because without financial backing, nothing can happen. When we announce this marathon, we don't even know how many runners will register. And yet, there is certain expenses that you have to commit. And that's why our